Hello students, in this class of ours we are going to study the applications of second law of motion. Second law of motion states that the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to the force applied and displacements take place in the direction of force applied. Mathematically the formula can be stated like this. See, this is initial momentum. With the initial velocity, when mass is getting multiplied, it is initial momentum. This is final momentum. When you subtract these two, you get change in momentum, and t is the time during which its velocity has become v from u. So this is the time taken for the velocity to change from u to v. So when you divide it by t, this becomes rate of change of momentum. Initial momentum, final momentum, when they are subtracted, change in momentum divided by time, it becomes rate of change of momentum, and rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied. In the application of the second law of motion, we will see this t is going to play a crucial role. Let us say the case of a high jumper. When a high jumper lands onto a hard surface, what happens when he lands onto hard surface? That very moment, when his feet come in contact with the hard surface, because hard surface does not go below, wherever it is, it will kill the motion of the person, or the momentum of the person, or the velocity of that person will be brought to rest at that very moment when he comes in contact with the hard surface. See, time and again we will be telling the velocity of body becomes zero, momentum of the body becomes zero, or motion is killed, or motion is stopped, or body is brought to rest. Everything means same. When velocity becomes zero, momentum also becomes zero, and that is the meaning of the body coming to rest. That also means that motion is killed, or the momentum is killed. So the momentum of a person is killed that very moment when he or she comes in contact with the hard surface. So time taken for bringing his momentum to zero is less, and if time is less, the formula obviously says force is more. So more force is applied onto the feet, and he is injured. He suffers some injury. And in another case, when a person lands onto soft ground, let us say cushion or heap of sand, the moment he comes in contact with the surface, this surface is going to bend downwards. And when surface bends downwards, the movement of the person coming in contact with this soft surface is not killed here, it is killed here after traveling this much of distance. So to travel this distance, some more time is taken, which means time is more. And when the time is more, the force is less. So there is chance of suffering less injury or getting no injury in this case. Now similarly, another concept that we will be talking about is that of holding a cricket ball. Suppose he is a person and a cricket ball is held by this person here. Cricket ball is coming to this person here, and this person, this is the first place when the ball came in contact with the hand, but this person did not hold his hand here. He takes his hand to this direction and up to here. Say as after traveling this much of distance, the motion of the body is brought to rest. So this time that the ball, after coming in contact with the hand at this position, the ball is brought to rest after traveling this much of distance. So time taken is more than it should have been brought at rest here. If it should have been brought at here, rest at here itself, the time should have been less. When it is brought to rest there, that is by carrying the hand backward, the time taken is more. If time taken is more, force applied is less, injury is less. And if the very moment the ball came in contact with the hand of the person, that very moment, if it should have been brought to rest without taking the hand backward, then the motion of the body, or the momentum of the body, should have been killed in less time, and time should have been less, the force have been more, so injury should have been more. Now third case we will take, that is of seat belt of the car being stretchable. If a car is moving at a high speed, suddenly the brakes are applied, the person is in motion, the car is in motion. The moment the brakes are applied, the car comes to rest, but the body of the person will try to remain in motion because of inertia of motion. And the person wants to move in the forward direction. Now if the seat belt, the person is attached with the seat, that belt is stretchable. So his body will not be brought to rest that very moment when car is brought to rest. Car comes to rest, and the body comes to rest after traveling certain distance, because the seat belt is stretchable. So time taken for the person's body to come to rest or to kill his motion is more. And if time is more, force applied is less, and injury suffered is less, or sometimes maybe no injury is suffered at all. So the seat belts are stretchable. It is similar fashion that the shockers in the vehicles are functioning. Also, when we say a person is able to break the pile of tiles or a block of ice, but if the same person hits with the same force onto a cushion, the cushion does not get break. See, the moment if the tiles and ice are hard, a pile of tiles or a say slab of ice is there, both are hard surfaces, hard and rigid. If a person hits, the moment his hand comes with within the in the contact with this surface, that very moment his momentum is killed or his hand is brought to rest. That means his hand comes to rest in a very short span of time. That means the momentum of the body is killed in a very short span of time. And if the time is less, force is more, so it breaks. Similarly, it so happens with the ice. But let us say there is a cushion, and when person hits this, so this cushion, the surface of cushion comes up to here, and then hit hand comes to rest. So the time taken for traveling this much of distance is additional time now. So that time increases, and if time increases, the force applied is less. So this will not be able to get divided into two parts. So this is not going to break the way the pile of tiles was broken or the ice slab was broken. This was all about applications of the second law of motion.